What do you say we lighten things up and talk about abortion? Boy, I've never seen an issue so divisive. You ever seen it? It's like a civil war, isn't it? Even amongst my friends, who are all very intelligent, they are totally divided on abortion. Some of my friends, for instance, think these pro-life people are annoying idiots. They are. Other of my friends think these pro-life people are evil fucks. How are we going to come to a consensus?
Stop. To nie jest film za, przeciw, czy w ogóle o aborcji. Niektóre wypowiedzi część z was może uznać za kontrowersyjne. Zachęcam jednak do obejrzenia do końca. USA. Początek lat 90. Po upadku ZSRR kapitalizm triumfuje. W Stanach kwitnie optymistyczny konsumpcjonizm w rytmie disco. I jedna osoba psuje zabawę.
What's happened to music? You know what I mean? What is this Debbie Gibson bullshit? What is this about? Well, thank you. Who the fuck's buying her records then? Shake your love. Shake your love. I think it's sick. And the most banal, trite demon from hell himself, Rick Astley, the guy who's bringing back disco, who the fuck requested that? Don't ever wanna make you cry, don't ever wanna make you sigh. I love you, don't ever wanna break your heart. Couldn't break any woman's heart, you have no dick.
Bill Hicks karierę zaczynał w wieku 17 lat. Łatwo zarobione pieniądze sprawiły, że szybko uzależnił się od alkoholu i narkotyków. Walka z nałogiem zajęła mu kilka lat. Wyszedł z niej zwycięsko, mając ich 27.
In 1988, when Bill quit doing drugs and quit drinking and really cleaned up his life, and things began to start happening for him.
Presenting Bill Hicks.
I'm tired of this life, I'm tired of this generation, I think it's a suck-ass world. And why is it we live in a world where John Lennon was murdered, yet Barry Manilow continues to put out fucking albums?
And then after that, as he was beginning to get some notoriety, in 1991, HBO contacted him and wanted him to do his first half-hour special. And that became the HBO One Night Stand.
Please welcome Bill Hicks.
I used to take drugs and I quit, but I'll tell you something. I have nothing against drugs whatsoever. That's kind of weird, huh? You never heard that one? Used to take drugs, quit, and have nothing against them. Wow, never heard that. Let's hear more. Okay. I'll tell you something else. I know this is not a very popular idea. You don't hear it very often anymore, but it's the truth. I have taken drugs before, and I had a real good time. Sorry. Didn't murder anybody, didn't rob anybody, didn't rape anybody, didn't beat anybody, didn't lose one fucking job, laughed my ass off, and went about my day.
Takie podejście na początku lat 90. w USA było zupełnie nieakceptowalne. Na ulicach i w mediach trwała wtedy wojna z narkotykami.
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does? Okay, last time. This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
I find that commercial a tad insulting to my intelligence. You know the one, here's your brain. I've seen a lot of things on drugs, but I have never, ever, ever looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain, not once. I have seen UFOs split the sky like a sheet, but I have never looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain, not once. I have had 7 balls of light come off of a UFO, lead me onto their ship, explain to me telepathically that we are all one and there's no such thing as death. But I've never looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain. Now, maybe I wasn't getting good shit, but That's what I hate about the war on drugs. I'll be honest with you. It's what I can't stand is all day long we see those commercials. Here's your brain on drugs. Just say no. Why do you think they call it dope? And then the next commercial is this bud's for you. Come on, everybody. Let's be hypocritical bastards. It's okay to drink your drug. We meant those other drugs. Those untaxed drugs. Those are the ones that are bad for you. Shit, man. Not only do I think marijuana should be legalized, I think it should be mandatory. I'm a hardliner. Think about it, man. You get in traffic behind somebody. Shut up and smoke that. It's the law. Oh, sorry, I was taking life seriously. Oh, man, who's hungry?
Why is marijuana against the law? It grows naturally upon our planet. Doesn't the idea of making nature against the law seem to you a bit paranoid? You know what I mean? It's nature. How do you make nature against the fucking law? To make marijuana against the law is like saying God made a mistake. You know what I mean? It's like God on the seventh day looked down at his creation. There it is, my creation, perfect and holy in all ways. Now I can rest. Oh my me. I left fucking pot everywhere. I should never have smoked that joint on the third day. Sure. That was the day I created possums. Still gives me a chuckle. If I leave pot everywhere, that's going to give humans the impression they're supposed to use it. Now I have to create Republicans.
Konserwatywni republikanie i konkretnie prezydent Bush byli celem jego ataków.
And what bugged me so much about the election was sad is how fucking, apathetic and docile we are now as a fucking mass is that it made the whole election about money. And everyone seemed to find that snorvel as could be. You know what I mean? It's all about money. Your wallet. Bill, you vote for Clinton? Taxes going up. I'm warning you right now. You may say he's not right, taxes going up. Well, I have news for you, folks. There's other reasons not to vote for Bush than taxes, okay? The reason I didn't vote for him, you ready? Is that Bush, along with Ronald Reagan, presided over an administration who for 12 years, their policy towards Central America included genocide. Now, see, the reason I didn't vote for him is because he's a mass murderer. See, there's other reasons to vote than your fucking wallet. See, I weighed taxes, mass murder. I thought, you know what? I can pay an extra nickel on gas a gallon, just knowing little brown kids aren't being clubbed to death like baby seals, so Pepsi can put a plant in Nicaragua. Yeah. There's other reasons to vote than your own fucking selfish, fat fucking needs. Okay?
You know he armed Iraq. I wondered about that too. You know, during the Persian Gulf War, those intelligence reports would come out. Iraq, incredible weapons. How do you know that? Well, we looked at the receipt. But as soon as that check clears, we're going in. What time's the bank open? 8? We're going in at 9. I'm so sick of arming the world and then sending troops over to destroy the fucking arms. You know what I mean? We keep arming these little countries, then we go and blow the shit out of them. We're like the bullies of the world, you know? We're like Jack Palance in the movie Shane, throwing the pistol at the sheep herder's feet. Pick it up. I don't want to pick it up, mister. You'll shoot me. Mister, I don't want no trouble, huh? I just came downtown here to get some Hard Rock candy for my kids. Pick up the gun. You all saw him. He had a gun.
Bill Hicks nie był znany czy rozpoznawalny. Mówimy o czasach, gdy internet był tylko nowinką. O czasach, gdy monopol na informacje i rozpoznawalność miała telewizja. Zostawały mu więc tylko występy na żywo.
I just don't fit in, man. I don't fit in anywhere. That's my problem. You know my problem? I watch too much news. I don't know if you've ever sat and watched CNN longer than, say, 20 hours in one day. I've got to cut that out. You ever watch CNN headline news for any length of time? It's the most depressing fucking thing you will ever do. War, famine, death, AIDS, homeless, recession, depression. War, famine, death, AIDS. Then you look out your window, it's just... Where is all this shit happening, man?
W tym czasie w telewizji królowały talk show prowadzone przez takich ludzi jak... którzy korzystali z szybko rozwijającego się marketingu.
Selling Doritos on fucking TV. What a fucking whore. And not even when he needed the money either. You know, if you're a young actor, okay, I'll look the other way. But guy, you know, makes $3 million a year. He decides to hawk Doritos to make more money. You don't got enough money, you fucking whore? You gotta sell snacks to fucking bovine America now?
Hi everyone, I'm Jay Leno. Anyone remember when I was funny? Eat Doritos. They're good.
You do a commercial, you're off the artistic roll call forever. End of story, okay? You're another corporate fucking shill. You're another whore at the capitalist gangbang. And if you do a commercial, there's a price on your head. Everything you say is suspect, and every word that comes out of your mouth is now like a turd falling into my drink.
By the way, if anyone here is in advertising or marketing, kill yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Just a little thought. I'm just trying to plant seeds. And maybe one day they'll take root. I don't know. You try. You do what you can. Kill yourselves. Seriously, though, if you are, do. No, really. There's no rationalization for what you do, and you are Satan's little helpers, okay? Kill yourself, seriously. You're the ruiner of all things good. Seriously. No, this is not a joke. He's going to be a joke coming. There's no fucking joke coming. You are Satan's spawn, filling the world with bile and garbage. You are fucked, and you are fucking us. Kill yourself. It's the only way to save your fucking soul. Kill yourself. Planting seeds. I know all the marketing people are going, he's just doing a joke. There's no joke here whatsoever. Suck a tailpipe, fucking hang yourself, borrow a gun from a yank friend. I don't care how you do it. Rid the world of your evil fucking machinations. Whatever, you know what I mean. I know what all the marketing people are thinking right now, too. Oh, you know what Bill's doing? He's going for that anti-marketing dollar. That's a good market. He's very smart. Oh, man, I am not doing that. You fucking evil scumbags. Oh, you know what Bill's doing now? He's going for the righteous indignation dollar. That's a big dollar. A lot of people are feeling that indignation. We've done research. Huge market. He's doing a good thing. God damn it, I'm not doing that, you scumbags. Quit putting a goddamn dollar sign on every fucking thing on this planet. Ooh, the anger dollar. Huge. Huge in times of recession. Giant market. Bill's very bright to do that. God, I'm just caught in a fucking web. Ooh, the trapped dollar. Big dollar. Huge dollar. Good market. Look at our research. We see that many people feel trapped. If we play to them and separate them into the trapped dollar, how do you live like that? I bet you sleep like fucking babies at night, don't you? What'd you do tonight, honey? Oh, we made arsenic childhood food now. Good night.
Yeah, we just said, is your baby really too loud? Yeah, the mums will love it, yeah. Sleep like fucking children, don't you? This is your world, isn't it?
Mimo braku występów w telewizjach czy reklamach, popularność Billa Hicksa rosła. Występował aż 300 razy w roku. Nie zawsze były to występy udane.
Tell me the worst night of your professional career. And you got a paycheck for it afterwards.
Okay. Well, there's a lot, but the worst gig I ever had, and I call it the worst because there was the threat of violence and death.
Oh.
There's been a lot of bad gigs, people leaving, but I was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at a disco called Oscars, and we were the comics to go on the disco dance floor. And the first night we got there, it was a two-nighter. First night we got there, it was bowling night, women's bowling league. There was 300 Louisiana women. Beautiful. And people are dancing, women are dancing with each other. And the bouncer takes a mic stand and a stool, pushes through the dancers, gets on the stage, on the dance floor and goes, "Okay, we're about to start a comedy show. Everyone sit down. Turn the music off, Earl. Earl! We're going to do a comedy show." People are still dancing. "Here's your first comic, Bill Silva." He weaves through the crowd to dancing and stands there amongst the dancers who are still dancing. There's no music. Begins the show. I'm sitting in the back of the room with my friend Ron Schock. Guy next to us is holding a towel to his head that is soaked with blood. He's ordering drinks, laughing. "Give me no shoe." And we said to the waitress as she passes, "What's wrong with him?" "Knife fight. Happens every night here. Knife fight." The guy's ear was hanging by just a little thread. He stayed for the whole show. Anyway, the first show that night, we had one show that night. That show was supposed to last an hour and a half. It lasted 15 minutes. Why? Obviously, the first guy goes on, people are still dancing to no music. He introduces the second guy. He bails immediately. "Let me bring up your first act." Next guy goes up, Ron Schock. He goes up, and for some reason in the back of the room, someone starts yelling, "Blowjob! Blowjob! Blowjob!" And finally Ron says, is he asking or giving? The crowd goes, "Ooh." This big guy comes through the crowd, up onto the dance floor, grabs Ron by the cheek, pulls him to his knees, and goes, "I'm asking, faggot." Ron introduces me.
Good. Thanks, Ron.
On his knees. "Bill Hicks." I come up, and I'm supposed to do 45 minutes. About 3 minutes into it, a guy walks up to the railing around the dance floor and just goes, leans and looks at me. I say, "Can I help you?" "No." I go, "What do you want?" He takes out a knife, takes the mic cord. The music starts up, and the people still on the dance floor start dancing again. That was night one. We have to go back the next night. Before the show, I go to Ron's room, and he says, "I happen to have 3 hits of LSD 25. I'm taking one. Who else is in?" And I said, "Well, I'm in." So I took one too. So we decided to go back tonight, and we're tripping. And Bill Silva goes on stage, first guy up. There's less people there. All of them had been there the night before.
So he had to change his material.
Right, that whole minute that he did. He goes on, and for some reason, within a minute, there's an altercation with someone at the bar. And he goes, Bill Silva said, "What are you going to do, shoot me?" The guy said, "I might." And he raises up his pant leg, and in his boot, there's a pistol. And me and Ron are tripping, going, "They're armed. They're armed." Waitress is walking by, she hears us, she goes, "Don't worry if anything happens." Raises up her shirt, there's a .22 in her skirt. They're all armed. And we went up, tripping, and sweat pouring off our faces. People were hurling bottles at us. Real bottles, not even beer bottles. I'm talking the whole tequila bottle with that little metal thing, that pourer. They were using that to fling it. A lot of vibrancy. And I go on stage, and again, I'm supposed to be 45, and the whole show lasted about 22 minutes. And all I see in the back is the door open, and Ron and Bill silhouetted in the doorway to the parking lot with the check, waving it, going, "Come on, come on." And bottles are hitting the stage. And I ran through the audience, out into the parking lot. The audience chased us. They're throwing bottles. The owner throwing chairs at us. We go out and we have locked the keys in our cars.
Could anybody help us? Anybody got a coat hanger?
So we just stand there going, those bottles are hitting around us. And finally, we just broke our own window and we took off.
How many years ago was that?
That was about 6 years ago.
Oh, you're a rough crowd.
Rough crowd.
Rough crowd.
I've been back every year, and they like me now. That was the worst gig I've ever done. Because there was an actual threat of being killed, really, and they would have not thought, I mean, it would have been part of the festivities. And then we danced. Remember when Tommy threw up and then we killed that guy? And then Earl couldn't find his hat.
Z wielu drażliwych tematów, jakie Bill Hicks podejmował, kontrowersję wzbudzał szczególnie jeden – religia.
A lot of Christians wear crosses around their necks. You think when Jesus comes back, he ever wants to see a fucking cross? It's kind of like going up to Jackie Onassis with a little sniper rifle pendant, you know. Hey, Jackie, just thinking of John. We loved him. We loved it. I did that joke in Alabama. These three rednecks met me after the show. Hey, buddy, come here. Hey, Mr. Comedian, come here. Yeah, I love that move. Come here. Not a physics major. I mean, that's a safe bet. Mr. Funny Man, come here. Hey, buddy, we're Christians. We don't like what you said. I said, then forgive me.
W październiku 1993 roku Bill Hicks miał wystąpić w show Davida Lettermana, jednym z najpopularniejszych talk show Ameryki. Jego występ został nagrany, jednak nigdy nie został wyemitowany.
I did the show, taped the show at 5:30 in New York. And then at 7 p.m. was called by the producer and told that I would be excised completely from the show. I, of course, asked why. The material had been approved and reapproved by the producers. And they said that CBS had deemed the material, these are quotation marks, unsuitable for the viewing public and for the Letterman audience. And I made the point that when I'm not on the show, I'm a member of the Letterman audience. So ultimately what you're saying is my material is not suitable for me. What a predicament. So anyway, I was censored from the show, and I kind of think there's not a, you know, there's a little pride in that. I mean, a lot of people have been bleeped and burped, and but actually what happened was I did some material about the pro-life people. And the joke I did was very simple. All I said was, if you're so pro-life, do me a favor, don't lock arms and block medical clinics. Lock arms and block cemeteries. Let's see how committed you are to this premise. It could even be construed as pro-life if you wanted to make that argument. Yeah. Anyway, they counted that as one of the quote-unquote hot points that I touched on. Here's the punchline. Monday night during the Letterman show, a commercial airs for pro-life. So see, we just had a misunderstanding. I thought I lived in the U.S. of A., the United States of America.
Right.
And actually we live in the U.S. of A., the United States of advertising. Freedom of expression is guaranteed if you've got the money. Okay.
Just for the price.
W tym czasie Bill miał poważniejsze problemy. Tylko najbliższa rodzina wiedziała o zaawansowanym raku trzustki i o tym, że podjęte leczenie nie przynosi efektów.
After Christmas of 1993, as we got into January and February, when Bill started to get real sick, too sick to perform anymore, too sick to travel anymore, he ended up back at my parents' house in Little Rock. The first time I went up there, Bill was in the hospital, and he was still doing chemo treatments, but he was very, very sick, and you could really tell it had physically taken a toll on him. But we were in the hospital one night, and Bill was taking morphine for the pain, for the cancer. And he asked if I wanted to take morphine. And I said, well, I really don't want to do morphine either. But he said, well, you're in a hospital. I mean, if it goes bad, you're in a hospital. And he said, in fact, I'll tell the nurse. So he had got, Bill was a real charmer, and he had gotten to know the nurses, and he told the nurse that he was going to give me one of his morphine pills, and could she just sort of keep an eye on us through the night. So I did. And I'm admitting that for the first. Bill gave me this pill. It was a big old blue pill about that big. And all I remember through the whole night was I just sat in a chair, gripping it with all of my might, because I felt that if I let go of that chair, I was going to shoot up to the ceiling and not be able to come down. And Bill just sat in the bed laughing hilariously for 8 hours all night long. The very last thing he wrote in his will were the words that he wanted spread out there, and they're the ones that he's become very, very well known for, and they're very moving, and it is, I left in love and in laughter and in truth, and wherever truth, love, and laughter abide, I am there in spirit. And that sort of, to me, sums up Bill's frame of mind as he came towards the end of his life. And he wasn't afraid, and he didn't have regrets, and he wasn't bitter, and that's how he went out.
Dlaczego o nim dzisiaj mówię? Kilkanaście lat po śmierci Billa Hicksa jego kontrowersyjne wypowiedzi przestały być kontrowersyjne. Marihuana została zalegalizowana w wielu stanach USA. Żarty z religii są akceptowalne. Ruch obrońców życia stracił swoją siłę. A w 2010 roku David Letterman poświęcił cały odcinek swojego show po to, by powiedzieć, że wycinając występ Billa Hicksa, popełnił błąd.
As you grow older, things come in and out of your mind, and you think, well, you can't really correct mistakes you have made in life all the time, but I thought perhaps just symbolically here tonight we will have Bill's mother on, talk about his life and his career, and then we will show you what was taken out of this show back on October 1st, 1993. So that's what we're going to do.
Bill Hicks zdobył o wiele większy rozgłos po śmierci niż za życia. Dziś jest uznawany za jednego z najważniejszych komików w historii. Nadal jednak nie był wypuszczany w telewizji, bo o ile żarty z religii są już okej, to inne być przestały. Niektóre jego dowcipy dziś uznawane są za seksistowskie lub rasistowskie. Poprawność nie jest stała. Cały czas się zmienia, ale zawsze jakaś jest. I kto z nas może wiedzieć, co z tego, co uważamy za poprawne dzisiaj, zostanie uznane za niepoprawne jutro. A skoro mamy już odcinek o Billu Hicksie, to zostawmy na koniec to, czym najczęściej kończył swoje show.
Is there a point to my act? I would say there is. I have to. The world is like a ride at an amusement park, and when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride, and we kill those people. Shut him up. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up. Look at my furrows of worry. Look at my big bank account and my family. This has to be real. It's just a ride. But we always kill those good guys who try and tell us that. You ever notice that? And let the demons run amok? But it doesn't matter because it's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love. The eyes of fear want you to put bigger locks on your door, buy guns, close yourself off. The eyes of love instead see all of us as one. Here's what we can do to change the world right now to a better ride. Take all that money we spend on weapons and defense each year and instead spend it feeding, clothing, and educating the poor of the world, which it would many times over, not one human being excluded, and we can explore space together, both inner and outer, forever in peace. Thank you very much. You've been great. I hope you enjoyed it. London, you're fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much.